How are you doing in this shifting market? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Lewis, your educator agent with eXp Realty. And today we're gonna do a pulse check, okay? I'm checking in on all my real estate besties to see how you are really doing. But before we get into it, y'all know what I need you to do. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And for real, what we're talking about today, if you know somebody who has been licensed for less than 3 years, 4 years, go ahead, hit that arrow, like go ahead and share this with them, because I already know what's going on through your minds, and we're gonna go ahead and unpack it today like good old friends do. So go ahead and share, and let's get to talking. So I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, y'all. We done been through some things in the past couple years with real estate. I mean, from it being a booming market where everyone wants to, it was a great time to jump in as a realtor because it seemed like things were so easy. Now, I'm gonna back up because we know it really wasn't easy. Like, you really had to get in here and work. But some of the challenges that we're facing now were not as prevalent. Then you had the pandemic, didn't know what was gonna happen. Then we had rates go down and inventory was low. People were bidding and that presented a whole different challenges. Now, like, have they announced it yet that we're in a recession? Gas prices are up, more interest rates are up. And it seems like even those buyers that were so desperate to buy before and those sellers that were so eager, it just looks different, right? And if you came into the market when it was all gravy and it was just easier to get things under contract, easier to have those conversations, sellers and buyers were more motivated, this can feel like a very deflating time to be a realtor. And we're just gonna talk about it for real because I want to check in to see how you are doing. And I'm gonna give you a little feedback on what I don't want you to do based on the mistake that I made. So what many people don't know, I've shared it with you, but I don't know if y'all be listening to me, is I am full-time real estate agent, full-time real estate broker, team leader, all that good stuff in Dallas. And I started in 2017, quit my teaching job, and this is what I do. But before that, y'all, back in 2003 or 2004, I was licensed as an agent in Chicago. My then boyfriend, now husband, he was into flipping, so he wanted me to be a realtor so that I could start putting his stuff on the market. And I was nowhere near doing real estate at the level that I'm doing now, nor did I desire to. Let me just back that up because it was just a side hobby for me then. But what happened is when the market crashed, when 2008 happened, I listened to all of the chatter around me, right? I listened to the bank bailout. I listened to all of these things that were going on, and it scared me to the point that I did not renew my license and I left it inactive until I went back to school when I got in Texas. And I remember having a conversation with my then real estate broker, who's still a good friend of mine today. And I almost tried to convince him to lead a business too, because I was like, man, like, what are you gonna do? This is your only income. Like, I'm feeding him all of that negative energy, all of those negative things that I was taking in from the news and what people were saying. And Facebook wasn't, like, we didn't even have Facebook to discourage us like we do now. But all of that negativity. And I remember him just saying, like, you know what, I'm gonna hold on. And he found a niche in the market. He started doing REOs and BPOs, working with foreclosures. And he has been a broker consistently from that time to now. Why am I sharing this story with you? Because my mindset was so jacked up that I did not just look outside the door, right? And if I would have looked outside the door, I would have thought to myself, like, Rosemary, yes, is the economy in a tough season right now? Yes. Might that look like you're going to have to work a little bit harder? Yes. But what do you see all around you? People and houses. I'm going to repeat that. People and houses. And housing is a basic need, okay? And I don't care what economy we're in. I don't care how gas prices are. I don't care how interest rates are. The serious people who are in need of a home to buy or need to sell a home, if you look for them, if you provide value for them, if you shift your mindset to look for the positive, they are there. So I'm gonna ask you, how are you doing in this market? Are you doing like old Rosemary? And are you letting the fact that 50 people aren't coming to your open house and that the homes aren't flying off the market and that you have to work a little bit harder and you're having to be creative and you're having to invest in your business in a different way? Are you letting that punk you out of the business? Like, we're almost up for renewal. Are you updating your resume, or are you upping your game so that you can be better in this business? So I know a lot of times I come here and I'm like, oh, fluffy and ha 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 ha. But honestly, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, this is not for the faint of heart. The business is not for the faint of heart anyway, but definitely in the season that we're in, it's not for the faint of heart. But there is still plenty, you hear me? Plenty of opportunity for you to win. And I wanna encourage you to do that. So go ahead and have a heart check. Just really have a conversation with yourself. And if you are feeling discouraged, what are you taking in? Who are you talking to? How are you taking care of your body? How are you taking care of your mind? You may have to start doing some things to reset, getting yourself some support. But this is what I'm going to encourage you. Make a decision. Are you going to thrive in this market, or are you going to sink? Right? Because if you decide you're going to sink, don't waste your time. And for the love of God, don't waste your client's time if you're not all in on succeeding. And if you're gonna thrive, then just decide that you're gonna do it no matter what it takes. Because you can do it, okay? You can do it. Hope this was helpful. Now, if you made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, I'm in a few places, right? So here we're on YouTube. Go ahead, let's connect on Instagram. I'm Rosemary the Realtor. And our newest thing, y'all, the Real Estate Besties podcast. Wherever you consume your podcast, you can check it out. And we have a lot of heart-to-heart conversations like this. And while we're talking about the podcast, you know what helps me? Let me know what you want to talk about. Like today, I talked about this because there was somebody in my DMs that was like, I'm feeling real discouraged in this market. And I know if she needed to hear it, and if I needed to hear it years ago, somebody out there needs to hear it too. So let me know, what are you going through? What are challenges? What are the problems that you think you have in your business? Get in my DMs, get in these comments, let me know, and I'm here to support you along the way. Okay? Bye, y'all.